what are you seeing some trends wise in the industry, and what are you seeing agents do to really maximize the value of their leads and just real productivity in general?
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of great, sales automation tools, whether it's, agency Zoom, whether it's agency MVP, where you can set up actual campaigns, where you're hitting people with different value props, in the funnel. But, I come from the world of SaaS sales. And so really adopting that kind of outbound value added seller, where you're educating your client based on the location, based on the time of year, like the different weather that's coming through, and really not just like pushing people for quotes. I think traditionally a lot of agents have really just been pushing people. Here's a quote. Here's a quote. Here's a quote. But now it's more, hey, let me educate you on, what you should be looking for in your policy, and having more of that, consultative conversation, because I think it goes a longer way with consumers.
Right.
There's a balance to deliver that speed, and the speed that they want, but at the same time create some value by educating.
Right.
Yeah. Without the value, it's just the price game.
Right. And yeah, it's tough to play that price game, right? It's really hard when people are just looking at, can you beat this price? Can you beat this price? And it's not about price. It's about proper coverage. And you really need to educate your consumers on, do they have the proper coverage? What happens if, something happens to your house or to your car? And I think consumers are starting to really want to be educated as well.
Love it. So what would you say going into 2022? It's kind of like the 1999
into going towards.
Going towards.
Yeah.
What would you say for the rest of the year? What best piece of advice would you give any agent that was either coming into the industry, or maybe an agent that just really wants to do things differently, get things started, rocking for the future?
Yeah.
What advice would you give that dude?
Good question. I think consistency. I think, Jason, you were talking about this, but just creating habits, whether it's, I want to reach out to, 20 new people a day and with a personalized message, or I want to create, 3 new partnerships with a mortgage broker, loan officer, a real estate agent, and just having those weekly, almost weekly goals, maybe daily or weekly goals of just really just delivering high value content. Instead of taking that shotgun approach where I'm just going to send a blast to 1,000 leads, I'm going to create a partnership with someone local in community, and then I'm going to send out customized messaging to people in my network. I think it's just going to get agents, and especially new agents, a lot further along. Just going back to consumers, they want accuracy and they want speed. And so if you're really consistent with your content, I think you're going to be able to build up a good book of business. But you really have to stick with it.
Yeah, consistency is key, and content is king.
Yeah, consistent content is
Put
king.
that on the Instagram, Ron.
Yeah.